Like, I don't think I will choose medicine, even if it was given to me on a platter of gold, over architecture. Medical student for a day. Clock it! Okay, so this is Imoke Houston. Yeah. For some, this might be an adventure, but for me, it no work at all. How will I be traveling to another local government, passing how many rivers and seas, just so I can attend classes? Like, it was really a turn off. But I mean, how hard can it get, right? Let's see if I can survive medicine for a day, shall we? Normally, I'm interested in medicine, so this demo class was really interesting to pay attention to, and I was taking notes. And before the class, I did like a preview, as in, if people don't understand, like I went to go and do background work first. So when he was saying all these terms, they were not sounding so strange, but still, you get.
Just like you're blaming the other generation. But the problem is not. How is it? As a very long lecturer, I usually do that 20 people. I lost space to do that. This is very sweet to do to a 1,000. And they all finally, simple definitions of manipulations of intention.
When a student said they had a question to ask, I was surprised because normally students don't even ask questions. They just go back and then read it and try to understand it for themselves.
Some people used to wear it on their way.
Okay, used to wear it on the way coming.
In the car.
Guy, where are you rushing to now?
Do you want to do anything?
No, like I want to rest, guy.
Rest.
Yes. Chai, this place looks like CMAC. These people are suffering.
Okay.
Negodi roof truss is a Hey, by the time they come to lay this roof now, everything will just scatter.
I'm talking.
Yeah, these people are just suffering. Like, how will I be trekking? It's like having GS. What makes this process very draining is that you travel, classes, posting, all at once, no break at all. Some two and Joshua are doing one or two. Because at this point, where different students go to their different departments for studying. You take, like, hey, good. We're going to the postings now, the short postings. We're done with lectures, so we're going for the posting at the moment. It's a tertiary healthcare system, so you can easily get lost. We're going to the ANT clinic to receive grading first, then lectures later.
So when you are supposed to be in the clinic,
At this point, some students started noticing I was a new face, especially when I started taking note of small details like this one. If you know how uncomfortable this place is, oh my god. Hi. So, let me tell you what happened now. Why I left there. Jesus, the place is so hot and there's no light. And plenty of people are just inside one man's office. Office that is probably meant for like one man. That's what, like 15 people are inside. Jesus. Now I just need to look for how to escape, because they say if the man comes out and sees me now, I'll start answering another round of questions. Me, I don't even make him safe. I feel so confused, like, and I'm confidently confused, like, confidently. Finally found a little hiding, but I might not even be able to hide for too long, safe. Because I mean, black and white. It's only students that are wearing black and white in this hospital. Hi, Jesus. It's not easy. And this is even barely 11:30, and we're supposed to stay here till like 2, 3, 4. It choke for me. Let me try and camouflage small. I don't even know if you can hear me. Let me try and camouflage small. Nah, we go again. I was seeing people go this way, like turning. So I said, oh, now let me try going that way too. Yes, I'll lose and come back here. So I found a department I can enter, but the thing now is that, like, they're not just there. So they probably took the students into another room, like Department of Radiation. And now, once again, I am lost. Apparently, nothing is happening at radiation, so continue my roaming about. It's not easy, okay? And now I'm at a crossroad. Which way do I go?
Which way to go?
Damn, never been more confused, actually. Finally got to after units where we waited for the consultant. I couldn't film a lot because I didn't know how I got myself standing in front of the consultant. Like this standing and learning did not work. Come on. Let go park like this, I beg. I've really tried. Like, if you tell me I never try, I go tell you a lie. Standing and learn, like, God, this will learn in the worst type of environment ever. Hey. I didn't even attend the full semester and I was done. Like, done. Traveling back to Imoki was a different type of stress on its own. Like, you sit down on the bus, be waiting for the vehicle to be full, and like it's not like it's comfortable. They will still come and put all this tiny wood in between. If you're not lucky, you can't sit down. They see dust, ebony like this. Like, hey, everything's just difficult. The coming, and routing back, everything difficult. If you just see a medical student, especially the ones that are going for clinicals, just give them a tight hug, probably squeezing money into their hand if you are wealthy enough. Because I won't be surprised that if you're a serious student and you are going for these classes every day, the money that you would use on transport will probably be more than the school fees that you will pay, maybe half, or more than the school fees that you pay, because the money that they use is God, very frustrating moment. I'm not even going to lie. I also saw this architecture and I liked the curve, and so I had to take it into recording. I finally made it to this last part. When I get into the hostel, I'll give you my honest assessments on this whole thing. Because what? Everything about these people is trekking. If trekking was an active exercise, this will always be fit though. The mirror is not clear. But yeah. Finally back to the hostel. God, I can now rest. Like, damn. I said I was going to give my opinion about what I saw today. So the first thing I noticed is romanticizing hunger. Like in architecture department, they romanticize lack of sleep, and you know how difficult it is. I mean, it's difficult. Nobody's going to lie. But here, the consultants are saying, ask him. He did school before you. Has he eaten this morning? So nobody should say they are leaving the class because they are hungry. Wow, coming from the medical practitioners. Wow, they are supposed to know the importance of eating, and then also like proudly saying, he will not eat before coming home, and he will stay here until they are done, like, everything. And I'm like, what do? I did not know that, like, at least maybe architects don't know the importance of sleep because we are not health practitioners, but health practitioners know the importance of eating, and they are saying this type of things. Sorry, another thing I want to add is that 300, and this is like a small set, maybe not very small, 300. It's impressive that most of their classmates know their classmates' faces, even though all of them might not talk and everything. But I don't think I will choose medicine, even if it was given to me on a platter of gold, over architecture. As in, hear me out. Like, in the sense that architecture, no matter how big we are, we're like a family. And I've not seen any set that is more than 100. We're not even supposed to be up to 45, but as bad as it go bad, 100. Like, I'm always so closely knitted together and all that. Not that there'll still be cliques, but you know your classmates and you hello them. But this one, medicine now, everybody has class, social status, different categories of cliques, and I don't know, they're not as social as architecture students are, with themselves. Well, yeah, that's my little observation. Medicine people are trying. they're really trying. I feel like what is making that course hard, aside from reading, because truly and really, if you're interested in medicine, you'll be interested in finding out new things every day. Oh wow, my body has one nerve like this. You might be, I mean, at a point it might get boring or tiring, but if not for the very, very terrible conditions of the education, as in students standing for long hours and then waiting for consultants, like different things, guy, like that's even what to make the whole thing stressful self. It's not like you have to read, like that's just what's making, that's from my own perspective, that's what's making this thing stressful. The fact that their learning environment is not as conducive as, and everything is not like put in place, they are still strong. It's a lot. Yeah, another thing I want to comment on is how far everywhere is. Like, we had dermatology class, and to trek to the clinical, Chineke, to the posting, to the main hospital itself, it was like a lot. Like, hey, if this is what I'm doing, I could take. Like, I'll probably be carrying snacks in my bag for every interval of trekking. I'm sure they're used to it, but then this is just something I'm observing. Like, is it not possible for them to have their classes closer, or better still, have like a transport system where if they're done with the class, the bus will take them to the departments that they're supposed to get, like to the main hospital building? Also, I noticed that like in one consultant's office, there are like 15 students. Hey, in fact 15 is even that after the consultants finish breaking it to like cutting the number, we're like 29 inside the office. Like, are you being serious? An office meant for one person. You don't even say 2 people, you don't say 3 people, you don't even say 5, 15. And that is because, minimum, let it just be that, we're breaking the class into 2. Okay? Jesus Christ. The learning condition for this is just very terrible. Everything, no fun. You're standing throughout the whole class. Like, how will the students? This thing, the way I'm seeing it is like they'll just give you points. Do you get? Then you now go and sit down and read it for yourself. If not, like, waiting with this, Sure. So that's it for now. Come to the end of the channel. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe. You know the drill. Till next time. Bye. If you want more students for a day experiences, you know what to do.